I'm still blocked to this day. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Desiree. Here I am with another video. Hello to my OG gang. Thank you guys for coming back time and time again like fine wine. What's up to my new subscribers? Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I love and appreciate every single last one of you guys. If you're just now visiting my channel, my name is Desiree. I hope you all love this video. Make sure you all give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into the video. I think it's this way this time. So we're gonna do part two. I'm so excited to tell you guys part two. Let's get right into it. Part two of why I'm done dating. So guy number two. He was African. If you know me, you know. He was African. He was 26. He was a single parent and he played soccer. Now, let me just say this. I'm actually very disappointed. I'm very disappointed in the story. Why? Because I actually really liked him. Well, who I thought was him. I don't know if that's really who he is or if he was just acting, but I actually really liked the kid. Like, I really did. He was very nice, gentle, funny, compassionate. You know, he never had inappropriate with me. Like, I never got the inkling that he wanted sex from me, ever. He never said anything out the way, ever. And I legit saw him as a friend. I could see us being good friends, like of who I thought he was. Now, whenever we get deeper into the story, you'll understand why my opinion's a little bit leery about him. So, me and him, we went to the same place every week. I didn't know that before I met him, but apparently we went to the same place every weekend. And I've never seen him before. Apparently he's seen me. Now, we're gonna get into why he's seen me. I always thought, because every weekend he'd be like, oh, I'm going to a soccer game. You know, there's no problem with that. But if you're a single dad of a toddler, how does that happen? Like, oh, he said, oh, she comes with me. How?
Wait a damn minute. What?
Like, a toddler is not gonna sit still through a whole hour and a half soccer game. It's just not gonna happen. So who watches your daughter? That doesn't make sense. I noticed like on the weekends, he would like go missing for like hours. Like, I text him 6 o'clock in the morning and then he won't reply back till like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's like, that's weird. Like, okay, but then like I said, I did not judge this man because I don't know his life. Okay, now as y'all hearing the story, it gets weirder and weirder. Boom. In the beginning stages of us just meeting, he told me he was going to the field for training. Now, if you're in the military, yeah, he's in the military. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. Like I said in the other story, it is hard to find guys that are not in the military, okay? But he told me that he was going to the field for like the second week of March to the 31st. I think it's to the 31st of March. And I'm like, okay, cool. So this man would give me replies like once a day and like, this is the weird part. One time I went to my shared place every week and he said he saw me there. Like, he described my whole outfit. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be in the field? To me, the field, you're not that important for them to let you off or out the field and go back every day because you have a child. You better find somebody to watch your child. The military don't care about you that much. Okay, so I'm like, is this man lying or did he intentionally, does he realize what he's saying right now? I thought that was kind of weird, but I'm like, so he comes back the 31st. Comes back on the 31st. You know, I gave him some time, you know, to rejuvenate himself. Why did I say this? Because I didn't want to hang out with him. Why? Because he told me before he left that we're going to hang out whenever he gets back. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, we're going to hang out. I'll give him like a week or two. You know, we're going to hang out. So cool beans. None of that happened. I had no inkling that this man had any, like, nothing told me that he wasn't a single dad. Like, everything, if I would call this man at any time of the day, he would pick up. So it's like, if he wasn't single, then he wouldn't be doing that. But at the same time, men have ways of, if you're a cheater, you have ways of being a cheater, okay? I had so many questions about this man and his child. I never asked him this because you feel what I'm saying? I don't know his life because he had a life before me, before I came into his life. So however he was doing it before, he was still doing it. I had so many questions. Like, how do you have time to go to soccer practice? How do you have time to go to soccer games? How do you have time to spend time with your daughter? How do you have time to go to the mutual meeting place every week? How do you have time to do homework? Who does your daughter's hair? Who cooks for y'all? How is this happening? Like, it's just not making sense. A lot of stuff is not making sense. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm just thinking this man cannot be such a bad liar like this. It just can't be like such a bad liar. So, like I said before, I actually really liked his personality, or whoever I thought was his personality. I'm kind of disappointed that this stuff, it turned out this way, but it did. Fast forward, a lot of stuff he kept saying did not make sense. Like, men, let me tell you something. Women, we pay attention to everything you said. If you said something 3 months ago, we're gonna remember it. And if you mention it again this month, and this is a different story, we're gonna remember that. Okay? I don't think he realized that. So I'm like, he said this a couple weeks ago, but it's also, this man was like, he had so much going on with him. Like, I'm not gonna say he's lying, but it's like, dang, this man said, oh, I got chronic knee pain, chronic back pain, scoliosis, I can't hear, I can't see. I'm like, this is it's getting weird. How do you have chronic knee pain but you're playing soccer every week? Do y'all get where I'm going with this? Like, is it adding up to y'all? Because it's not adding up to me, not at all. The straw there's multiple straws that broke the camel's back, but the first straw that broke the camel's back was whenever he was talking about how he gonna go to African parties. He asked him for someone to come with him. Sure. Now I'm really disappointed because y'all, it is so hard to go to an African party or an African wedding. Like, I've never known it's so hard. Like, I know multiple African people and I've never gotten invited to one. Like, what is going on? Anyways, I was excited about going to an African party. He was like, yeah, this is whenever I knew something was wrong up here. He was like, yeah, they asked me to be MC sometimes. Cool. But his personality was nothing that would be an MC. He's very like calm, laid back. He's not loud, you know? So it's like, I don't know. And then he said, oh, whenever I go to my soccer games, people cheer me on. That doesn't sound right, but okay. I don't know your life. Maybe you tell him the truth. Then he said, at our mutual weekend place, he said, yeah, at our mutual place, he said, yeah, I mean, I don't really know nobody here. I'm like, oh, maybe you should come to this type of service where it's smaller people our age. And he's like, nah, I don't want to go because I become too popular too fast. So I don't want people like, knowing who I am. I'm like, it's giving very much liar. It's giving very much cocky. It's giving very much like, I don't know if it's schizophrenia or what it is. If anybody know inkling of what that stuff might be called, then let me know. But and also the second straw that broke the camel's back. It's 3 straws that broke the camel's back. The second straw that broke the camel's back was whenever. So boom. At this point, y'all, we never met each other ever. So boom. One day we finally meet each other at our mutual weekly place, and he's like, oh, he had his daughter with him. She's so cute. But he had his daughter with him, and he was walking me to my car. And he was like, oh, how long have you been down? How long have you gone to this mutual weekend place? And I said, only a couple months. And he was like, oh, I've been here since 2019. Okay. His daughter is 1.5. Okay, let me just give y'all the backstory. He told me that his baby mother was still in California. He came from California, and his baby mother dropped the daughter off because she couldn't handle it. But he been down here since 2019. Is that making sense to y'all? Because it's not making any sense to me. How have you been down here since 2019 and your daughter's 1.5? That means you had to go all the way to Cali, impregnate her, and come back, and then she had the baby and she brought her down here because she couldn't handle it. It's just not making sense. Like, it's just not adding up. Like, it's like, what? How have you been here since 2019 and your daughter is 1.5? It's just not making sense. Like, and y'all confused just like I'm confused. It's just not making sense. So whenever we went to we went to Chili's after. He asked me to go to Chili's with him. Sure, he brought his daughter. I must give this man his props. His daughter is well taught. Because they're gonna listen to everything this man said. I'm like, okay. But it was also kind of awkward because it's like, this is basically your first date and your daughter's here. Like, not that it's a problem, but it's a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, and then it was just a lot. Like, it was like, I don't know, I forgot something he said. But it's like, look, let me tell you something. I'm never going to Chili's again for a date because Chili's is doomed. If y'all saw my part 1, Chili's is not it. It's just not it. But this one, I like, and he said stuff, and then I asked him about it like 2 days later, and then he was like, I didn't say that. He invited me to his soccer game, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go. The location of the soccer game, it looked like, I looked it up, and it looked like a abandoned park, you know? And it didn't look abandoned, but it wasn't like, I didn't see no soccer field, should I say that? And I'm like, okay. So then like 2 or 3 hours before the game starts, he's like, oh, the game got canceled. And then he sent me a screenshot of the soccer team group chat. Which I believe he probably created himself. But anyways, we're gonna, well, I don't think he did because it was like different numbers and okay. Anyways, so he sent me a screenshot of I'll put the pictures in here, of the group chat. And in the group chat, I saw a woman on the background. Now, if you know WhatsApp, you can change the theme of your background in the chat, right? Right. So I saw a woman and I'm like,
Wait a damn minute. What?
Wait, I didn't accuse him of anything. I said, hey, look at the background of that picture you sent me. And he's like, what? What's wrong with it? Like, trying to play dumb. Like I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I said, look at it again. He's like, what? And he's like, oh, that's Gayaki, some African music artist. And I'm like, he said, look her up. Okay. I looked her up. This is 2 completely different women. Women, we pay attention to every detail. These women had different lips. The woman in the background was light skinned with thick hips. The woman in the picture was a dark skin she was kind of skinny. So it's, it's like, did you not think about this before you just made this up? Like, you could have kind of like Nicki Minaj or something like that. So I'm saying, like, it's just not making sense. Like, this is why I'm done dating, because of the lying and I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with that. And eventually he got caught up, right? He got caught up. He got defensive like they always do. And he said, I'll put the screenshots all up in here. He said, I will send you the full picture, but I'm not going to because I don't have to prove anything. And I'm glad I saw this. I'm glad I saw it too, that you're a liar. That you're a liar.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Like, it's just not making sense. And my thing is, oh yeah, he blocked me. Sorry, I'm still blocked to this day. Yeah, my phone number, my Instagram, everything's blocked. Like, it's like, did you take it to that extreme to block me because you got caught up? If, to me personally, if I wasn't lying, I wouldn't block somebody. I would just stop talking to them and unfollow them. You know, but to block somebody is kind of extreme, which led me to think that maybe something's going on upstairs, because I don't really, it's not even the fact of he has a woman, which, yeah, I'm not talking to no guy who has a woman. Cool. But if you would have been honest with me, we could have ended this on a good note. Notice I said we could have ended it on a good note, because I'm not talking to no man that has a female. Unless we were friends before she came in your life, no, it's not happening. And even then, we gonna keep it at a distance. We gonna keep it at, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to get close with you because you have a woman. And I would hate for another woman to do that to me. You feel what I'm saying? So in the end, I'm wondering, what was his point in talking to me? You don't want sex. You never asked me for anything. You never asked me to hang out with. Ladies, if he don't ask you out within 2 weeks, baby, leave. And I think 2 weeks is even too long. But what do you want? Like, are you just using me to pass the time? Because baby, if you are, we both did the same thing. Plot twist, we both did the same thing. Because on a serious note, I really do pray that he gets the help that he needs, whatever form that may be in. I really do. But anyways, yeah, like, y'all, this is so weird. Like, can y'all figure this out? Because I still can't comprehend why, who told you that you were such a good liar? You're a horrible liar. Horrible. I should have learned my lesson by then. I should have learned my lesson by this, right? But I didn't. Make sure y'all stay tuned for part 3. Make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe. I just spit. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.